Hello, sweethearts, and welcome to week 4 of the Let's Play Apple Tower competition. One of our themes this week, fantastic filth. So here's a game with some fantastic, awesome Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles who live in a filthy, dank-ass sewer. This game is also fantastic in places, but considered to be filth by a lot of people. And one prominent critic had this to say, and I quote, "Cowabunga, cow a fucking piece of dog shit. I've had more fun playing with dog turds. Shredders my ass and splinters my balls. It sucking fucks, it fucking sucks, it fucking blows. It's a piece of shit and I don't like it." They should have sent a poet. At least this intro theme is really rad. It sounds a lot like Queen's Stone Cold Crazy, though. So, yeah, look it up. Oh no! April O'Neil's been kidnapped by the evil Foot Clan. That dastardly Shredder's at it again. Well, we're gonna have to stop him, so let's go! By editing right to the halfway point of level 2, where April's already been saved. Anticlimactic, I know, but this level is infamous. Yes, this is the dam level. There's bombs set up in the lake, gotta find the entrance. With our 4 Ninja Turtles, each with their own special weapon, we're gonna switch to Michelangelo here with his nunchucks and whack some foot soldiers. Don't go into the thing here, we gotta go down into the water. So let's dive in, shall we? Get it? Because you're jumping. No? Oh, okay. So we have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to defuse 8 bombs in this water level. If we don't do it in time, kaboom! You lose a continue. They're limited, so you don't want to do that. You also have to avoid all this electrical barrier nonsense and electric seaweed and seaweed that kills you and God knows what else. Anyway. Many people say that this level is why Ninja Turtles is one of the hardest games on the NES, and while they're not wrong that it's a pretty goddamn hard game, I have never found this level to be that difficult. I could beat it when I was 8, I could beat it when I was 28. It's a linear shot through to get these bombs. The only split is just there, where we went on the bottom path instead of the top path. But the only bomb in the top path is right there. And it'll take you a playthrough to realize that. I mean, you can make it that far, right? At least I think you can. I don't know. I saw one person have a lot of trouble with this level because they got hit a lot in the preceding stages beforehand. Which, I guess, that's a way to be bad at the level and find it difficult. But for me, I just tank through all this stuff like this. Okay, Michelangelo's at low health. We're going to tank through with Raphael. See, that's not so bad. Look at that. Instead of wasting my entire energy bar trying to weave through that shit. It's possible. There are no damage runs of the dam. But I counter with, fuck that. Take the damage. It can be mitigated. And we'll see why in a bit, but I just don't think this level's all that hard. The later levels of the game, sure, they're fucking ridiculous. Especially the last 2. But again, there's ways to get around that, but we'll see. So, there is that. It's a hard game, but it's one that you can easily exploit. And there's a lot of grace period to bounce through. There's only one left, and I've got like 45 seconds left on the clock. I don't understand it. I really don't. I mean, I guess if you're not all that good at video games, maybe. Well, I guess. I mean, I'm sorry, but I just don't find it that hard. Everything's okay. We defused the bomb. We beat one of the hardest levels on the Nintendo. It's actually not IMO, but that's okay. And we only took minimal damage. Raph took down half his health. Mike is almost gone, but anyway. We're here. So let's head back into our base. Oh my god, they really do live in filth. No, actually, the Foot Clan came here and abducted Splinter, so yeah. And now he's going to appear on our TV. Turn it to UHF 67 to get him off our screens. Do any of you even know what UHF was? I mean, like, I think we had my aunt and uncle had a TV with the UHF dials. My other aunt and uncle might have too. It's literally the only TVs I've ever seen with that shit. Oh yeah, and defeat the Foot Clan to save Splinter. This level actually stumped me as a child, so I'll admit that freely. So I guess I should take back some of the things I said about that damn level. But it wasn't because it was hard, it was just because it was confusing. But now I know what to do. And what you do is you switch to a turtle with some actual health, like Leonardo. Get in your turtle van with the machine guns, but we got no missiles. So we'll just go into the first building we see and rectify that. And an action stage! Where you hit side scroll and swing your weapon. Leonardo has some pretty good katanas. He's got the second best reach of the Ninja Turtles. And he's the second best turtle, generally. I like using him. In order of usefulness, it goes Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello. And this all has to do with weapon reach. Raphael and Michelangelo, pathetic weapon reach, and they don't do that much damage. Leonardo doesn't do all that much damage, but has decent weapon reach. Donatello is your MVP, your ace in the hole, ridiculously long reach, and he does huge damage. Like, this Meta Knight head thing would have taken 2 hits with anyone else, but with Donatello, just wham! 1 hit with this slow weapon. It is a bit slowish, yeah. Also, the enemy sets like to change, just on a whim here. It doesn't even matter, like, between screens. Like, I could scroll the screen and, oops, all of a sudden the enemy set will change. You know, so some sub-weapons that the enemies drop. And if you believe the AGDQ run of this game from 2016, about every 24 enemies is when you get one of those. And you got ninja stars and boomerangs and other such things. And one really extra great case that we'll see later on. So yeah, the enemy set already changed, like, midway there. I really don't like those Meta Knight enemies. I swear, they're terrible. But we have our missiles now, so that's excellent. What? What do you mean there's talk about this part? What? No. I don't have anything else to say about that part. What are you talking about? Oh, come on. Now, when we leave this building, all the pizzas and whatnot will respond. So that's your secret to getting past the dam. And cut! Yeah, that's what I did. I got the pizzas, I got everyone back to full health, I got some more missiles even. So that's just super. And now we can blast through the barriers, and we could also destroy those steamrollers in 1 hit, but I can just avoid them or blast them with my regular gun. Now we're going to go in here. Here's Raphael's Sai. They have silly range, like nothing. At least I can hit this Battletoad in the legs from this platform. Here's that. I should mention also, there is a way to do more damage. If you're at half health, you do 1 extra point of damage, but the downside to that is you're at half fucking health, and things hit really hard in this game. Yeah, it ain't fun. But anyway, this building, completely optional, but if you want to break the game over your knee, you're gonna want to come into this building. Once we deal with a mini-boss, which is just actually a regular enemy, and they add some epic music over him. Woo! That's scary. But just up here is the most overpowered sub-weapon in the game, the scrolls. You got 20 of them, and they do massive damage. Like, bam! That's double what Donatello's bow was doing. Most enemies die in about maximum 3 hits there. Oh, and yeah. Your turtle can't swim! What's up with that? Okay, I'm not going to complain about that. Now, if you wanted to farm for 99 of those, but I just went for 40. I don't need to go for 99. Nintendo Power and Nestor Comics are not correct. Shit. Anyway, let us continue on and actually beat level 3 now that we're pretty powered up. You get a lot of those scrolls. If you get, like, say, I don't know, 60 each even? 80? The game is just broke. The only thing that can stop you then is platforming and instant death hazards, which this game does have. Yeah. And there's some other tricky bits, yeah, but basically anything you walk up to dies in like 2 or 3 hits. Shabam. It's terrible. For the enemies, I mean. For you, it's pretty goddamn awesome, and well-deserved, I'd say. I mean, it does take a bit of time to farm up, but if you're a bit patient, you can do it. Same thing with tanking hits for the dam to farm pizzas. Takes a little bit of patience. You won't know to do it at first when you play, but if you have enough health to make it through the dam and you get here, you realize, oh, I can farm pizzas for health. Goody! Anyway, we're near our goal. We want to just go through this building and then go under to get to the center of the map where Splinter is being held. Donatello, MVP, too good with that bow, let me tell you. Though I'm not really using those scrolls because I kind of want to save them for later-ish. Even though I've got enough, I think. Now the sewer levels, we only saw like a bit of it before, but they are tricky. And you gotta master jumping in this game. There's 3 jump heights you can do. A small, a medium, and a large. You want to do mediums for this, which is hard to describe how to do. I'll just use the AGTQ thing again. And you hold the jump button for 3/4 of a second, they say. I just have a feel for it. And you just need to get a feel for it too. You need to play the game to really understand how to work it. But if you're precise and you're careful with your button presses, you can make it. I really don't like those knights, though, those Meta Knight things, because they just take a bunch of hits and their heads fly at you. They're one of my least favorite enemies in this game, but there are worse enemies, of course, but they're just kind of annoying. So, yeah. Anyway, here's the building where Splinter's being held. We can hop on over and blast Mr. Fireman with the scroll. Yeah! So, I played this game a bunch as a child. It's one of the few games I actually had in my youth when I was like 10. I played some other Ninja Turtles games. I didn't play Ninja Turtles 2 until much later, but that's a pretty good game. I've been playing it a lot recently in preparation for this video. It's fine. But the one I really liked to borrow from friends was Ninja Turtles 3 on NES, the Manhattan Project. That's a great game with great music. Too goddamn bad it's like $50 nowadays. I really want a cart of that. Bad! And then there was Turtles in Time, which... classic beat-em-up action. Arcade port. It seemed to be what people wanted from the Ninja Turtles games, instead of this original side-scroller malarkey that we got here. Anyway, we're coming up to our level 3 boss, the Mecha Turtle. I think that's his name. Is he a thing from the cartoon? I'm not sure. I haven't seen the cartoon in like 20 years, but he turns into a giant robot, and scrolls are good. If you can hit the motherfucker with them. And he shoots a missile. And bam! We did it. So that's level 3 beaten. We saved Splinter. Man, here I thought when I was a kid that saving Splinter was going to be the rest of the game. Anyway, we beat level 3, so of course onward to level 5. Because editing... and level 4 is kind of boring, and it's just a series of mazes. You just go down into the little mini section, you go up into a mini section. The point is, we got our blimp and we can go after Shredder. Level 5 is a lot more interesting, and it shows off why getting the scrolls is a great idea, and also how goddamn hard this game can get. Okay, so we're in this, like, scary place, and we gotta find the Technodrome. But if you get caught by the searchlights, some soldiers come out, and you get put on high alert. Well, yes, Konami made this game. Why do you ask? I don't know. I don't really know. Do you? Now, the Technodrome can be in one of 3 of these manholes, and it's determined by the frame at which you press start. Thanks to the magic of editing, I know it's down here. But if you didn't know that, you had to make a blind guess, and you had to fight your way through these hellish enemies. Even with the scrolls, they take 2 hits to kill, and they deal a shit ton of damage. If they either hit you with their projectiles or hit you with body contact. They're terrible, and they pinwheel like Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. Okay, that didn't seem so bad, but it compounds. Trust me, does it compound the damage, and, well, you really want to be saving your health, because the final level's coming up, and that's an absolute goddamn nightmare. And it has the worst enemy in the game. Jetpack soldiers who fly around shooting lasers, take multiple scroll hits, and do an absolute fuck ton of damage. That's basically the trend of this game. Absolute fuck tons of damage. Also, Raph does do a little more damage than Leonardo and Michelangelo. Like, he was killing these things in 2 hits. Well, Leonardo is, well, Raphael was killing them in 1. So, there's it. There's it. Well, we're coming to the thing, so if you got here, it's a blind crapshoot. Either an empty room, or the Technodrome itself. And it's in here. So now we have probably the most difficult boss fight in the game. I have scrolls, so it's not so bad, but this thing is scrolling. There's multiple parts to it. You've got this electric cattle prod thing, turrets, a hatch spitting out foot soldiers. It's nasty. And an eye you gotta break. Well, I'm just gonna blast it with scrolls and alternate between that and using my weapons because I'm feeling fancy, even though I'm getting the shit kicked out of me for doing so. Oops. Okay, Mikey, take it. His nunchucks can't even reach the fucking turret. How sad is that? Come on, Mikey. And I'm gonna break this other cattle prod on the back too, just because. Okay, so all the offensive parts have been broke, so all we gotta do now is turn off the scrolls and whap the Technodrome in its stupid eyeball. Because why not? I'm smacking it with a bow and I got a fucking broken arm, kids. Actually, I don't have a broken arm, but I've got some turtles beat to shit. And level 6 would kick their ass, but we're just about out of time, so let's blast the Technodrome. We'll jump inside. That was Ninja Turtles. It's a pretty good game. It's pretty hard, but it's a pretty good game. Not filthy at all, except for the fact that they live in the sewer. So, see you next week. Good night. Sleep tight.